Here are the 5 contestants who are all claiming to be mechanics. However, only one is telling the truth.
So you're telling us that 4 of these people are lying to us?
Are you sure we got a mechanic?
First person to find the turbos on this engine is the real mechanic.
And it's our job to find the real mechanic.
I know who it's not.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen a mechanic wear a watch.
Round by round, we will eliminate the imposters, hopefully. If we guess correctly, we win. But if we guess wrong, we lose.
This is Guess the Mechanic. Welcome back to a new episode of Guess the, and today it's all about the good old mechanic.
And to help me today, we have 4 very special guests. First up, we have Freddie, also known as Tavarish, probably most known for buying the floating P1. Then Matt Armstrong, probably best known for repairing Adam LZ's Crash Porsche GT3. And then also Chris Slicks, who stupidly bought my Audi R8 and fully restored it. These 3 are very smart and incredibly mechanically minded. And there is me and my wife, who know nothing about car mechanics. So with us 5 ready to go,
Let's bring on the contestants, please. Please introduce yourselves one by one.
My name's Joel, I'm from Leicester. I probably worked on cars since I was about 11 with my granddad.
Glad to see you're not too nervous. Number 2.
Hi, I'm Gabriel. I've been working on cars since I was about 12, 13. Started off on motorbikes and then went into the car scene at about 15. Found my first job as a mechanic at 17.
Hi, I'm Abe, I'm from Leicester. Started mechanicing when I was about 10, working on the front of my house, at the front of my house with my dad, working on old Audis.
Hi, my name's Kane. I'm 29, I'm from Nottingham. I've been fixing motorbikes since I was about 14, 15. Found a job as a mechanic. Now I do cars and a little bit of agricultural mechanics as well.
I'm James, I'm from Warrington. I started off by building Lego and then ended up doing a mechanics apprenticeship, and I'm a fully fledged mechanic.
So you're telling us that 4 of these people are lying to us?
Are you sure we got a mechanic?
Yeah, because according to them, they're all the mechanics. So I don't, do I just pick all of them?
So how's yours notes going? Who's 1, 2, 3, and then you missed 4 and 5?
I forgot everyone's name. Can we ask questions now?
If you're ready.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what car number 2 drives.
BMW 5 Series.
Oh,
so
that was
yours out there?
Okay. Yes, yeah, okay.
5
I feel like a mechanic wouldn't drive a BMW.
What about the rest of you? What cars do you all drive? Number 1?
I've got 2 cars at the minute.
That's a mechanic. One's broke. Well, yeah, I know you're a mechanic. He's it.
What's that there? I've actually been driving a TTS at the minute.
Good choice.
Okay.
Fantastic choice.
Isn't that a girl's car?
Yes.
No offence.
Yeah, it is. What's your point?
Only 13? This is a girl's car?
Number 3, what car do you drive?
I've got 2 cars. I've got an Audi A4 and I've got a Audi AT B2 Quattro that I'm rebuilding with my dad.
Oh, very cool.
All Audis. Oh, this is difficult.
Yeah.
No, it's not number 2. Can't be. A mechanic would not drive. Although a mechanic could drive a BMW.
Yeah.
I just don't think they would.
They want problems.
Yeah.
We'd have to go outside and see how much oil is on the ground on that.
Number 4.
I drive a Transit tipper. Well, I also share a 118D with my partner, BMW.
Are you sure he's not the
getaway driver?
And number 5, what car?
I have 4 BMWs.
4
Jesus Christ. You've got a list of them.
I think we're done. Here, guys.
They're all broken.
All right, I have a question for all of you. What is the best and worst parts of your job?
Definitely the satisfaction when you get in the car and get to enjoy it for what it's supposed to be. The worst is the muck you get covered in while you're trying to do it.
I know what the answer is here, so let's just let them all...
Best part about my job is being able to use the tools at the garage I work at, because I don't have any tools at home or very good ones. So if my car's broken, take it on the lunch break, work. Worst part, probably just annoying customers, people who think it will get done a lot quicker than it is.
That is
possible, it's possible, but you stay there, please, number 3,
It's the
number 3.
Mazda top, it's throwing me.
Well, he doesn't even own a Mazda.
I know, that's why it's throwing me. What was wearing?
I've got multiple cars.
Oh, that's
I only told you one.
Got number 3, what was it, the best and worst?
The best is having the satisfaction of a massive smile on your face when you fix something and it works. The worst, I say, is getting covered in oil.
He's lying. Number 4.
You notice nobody says the paycheck?
This is what I'm waiting for.
Getting paid for the job that we're doing.
Yeah, the best part is the satisfaction of having an engine that's coming, that's not working, and then you can get it back going again. The worst part, I guess, is when you accidentally over-torque things and then you break your other tools trying to untorque it.
Definitely lying, talks things.
If you torque things, you're not a mechanic? Or a mechanic, I'm sorry.
Mechanic,
Yeah.
Number 5.
Getting offered cheap broken cars to buy when they come in is probably the best part, so then I can fix them up and sell them. The worst part is broken BMWs.
Can I ask, what are your 5 must-have mechanic tools?
5, that's a lot.
Can we narrow that down to 2?
Depends what they come up with.
Can I say a set? A socket set? It'd definitely be one of them.
Good jacks and jack stands.
Good set of axle stands and a good jack.
It's got to be the lift, the vehicle lift jack.
A good impact driver.
That would have been my answer.
Your answer is the impact driver? You put them on with chrome sockets like a man, okay? Those things explode, it's on you.
That's why he hasn't got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust myself.
Yeah. You want to commiserate?
I know who it's not.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen a mechanic wear a watch.
Have you not seen?
I'm not. Wait, this is so.
Apart from that one.
I'm the imposter.
Okay, maybe I'll take that one back.
Sometimes people like to dress up if they're going to places.
Yeah.
So one question, what are the worst cars to work on in your opinion?
Alfa Romeo.
I was going to say anything Italian, because I've worked on my mum's owned a couple of Italian cars and they're just awful in every way.
Matt, close your ears. It's not, this isn't for you.
Anything French, anything Italian, and anything Japanese.
Yeah, Peugeot's French. Anything French.
A Mark 1 TT.
Is that what you're going to empty all the scissors out?
I feel like there's a ringer. I feel like they know some stuff. It's very specific.
Okay, so I think at the end of that round, I think we're ready to vote out one person. Who do we think the imposter is? Freddie? 4. Number 4?
I'm agreeing with Freddie there.
I'm there.
I just want rid of number 4 for the double chino combination.
Double beige. Okay.
There's no oil on
obviously
there.
going to have a majority, but it's definitely number 1 who's not. Definitely number 1 is an imposter. But if we're going to go number 4?
Why number 1?
You're always drawn to number 1.
So number 4.
Just to be difficult.
Number 4.
I just sounded like I knew what I was talking about. I just feel like he's just...
No.
You're just not getting that vibe.
No.
Yeah.
You don't think he's had the
It's a
garage
vibe.
You know, mechanic vibe.
That's right.
Go on then.
Can you all just do that for me, please?
Oh, dirty hands. I love it. Love it. Dirty hands.
I've not got my glasses. They all look really clean.
Do you want to get up and check?
Yeah.
You're wired in here, just be careful.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do that.
Senna, will you just walk in front of them all and just have a look at their fingernails? Tell me which ones are the
Who's got
dirty
dirty?
I
ones.
see the callus as well.
Oh, so number 4's the mechanic now.
They're all really clean.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah.
They're all really clean.
They are indeed
That
very clean.
backfired on me, didn't it?
Yeah, that was good though.
I'm unsure with number 4 now.
I think it's number 4. I don't think he's ever seen a poster on the wall, like a calendar with all the nudies in it.
Yeah.
He's never laid eyes on one of them.
The Pirelli calendar.
That's the one, yeah. He's never had a copy of the Sun stapled to the wall. You get what I'm getting at. He's never seen a pair of titties on the wall.
The calluses threw me off though.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got really rough hands.
Yeah, but that could mean lots of other things.
But that could
Yeah.
be from building.
The
Be a
older.
guitarist.
It could be a builder.
He does look like a bit of a musician.
He's giving me the.
A guitarist with
Yeah.
callus on your hands.
Yeah.
Not there.
Yeah, he plays it like this.
A lap steel guitar. Yeah.
Okay, number 4, you've been voted out. Thank you.
I hope we don't regret that.
I have absolutely no idea who it is.
No, me neither.
Not a clue.
No.
So now this is round 2. This time we're going to be voting 2 people out. Let's get a bit more back into the backstory.
Right, I've got a good question for you. What are the 4 most difficult auto repairs?
We've gone 4 again.
I couldn't answer that question.
Let's go for 1.
I've got a question for you. What's the most difficult auto repair?
I couldn't just put it on one thing because honestly, it depends, because I would say it depends on the car. Honestly, I've had so many
Audi TT.
awkward jobs. Yeah.
He's got a TTS.
TTS, yeah.
Yeah.
No task is too difficult for number 1.
Right, number 2.
Well, I mean, it all depends on the layout of the car. If it's front-wheel drive, front engine, rear-wheel drive. I'd say most of the difficult jobs span from anything within like the control arm area. So if you're doing drive shafts or bearings or anything that's not brakes, basically, if you've got to remove a load of components like the control arm, that's when it starts to get that's when you want to throw the spanners out with the pram.
I feel like he learnt the word control arm before he came in.
I don't even know what this to me is a control arm.
Doing an engine rebuild on a GT3 RS.
That would be
challenging.
a
That
hard
would
thing.
be challenging, yeah.
Yeah.
And number 5.
Purely depends on the engine, really. If it's a BMW V8, which I've had experience with, there's a pipe, coolant pipe that goes right at the bottom of the V in the engine, and it is just an absolute nightmare to get to.
I know which one it is.
You do.
I know who it is, guys.
You do. It's the N62.
I've done.
Do you know what?
I've done.
5.
Has he brought himself back?
Yeah, he's back in my good books now, number 5.
And the worst thing about that pipe is you have to use a grinder or a Dremel to cut the pipe, unless you remove the whole front end of the car.
Is that the
N62.
Is that the M62 TU or the Vanos or the non-Vanos?
No, it's the Vanos.
Vanos engine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's okay.
It's the N62 B48.
The later one. Okay.
So this is the N62 B48, which is the 4.8 V8.
Oh, so that one was.
That's the one with the.
Does that come with Vanos?
That's the bad one. Yeah.
Does it pass the test?
Do you seem like
I don't know.
that checks out?
I'm putting a tick next to his name now.
Yeah,
as far as. Okay.
You lose 1 tool out of your toolbox. What tool is it you're losing? First answer, anyone?
10 mil.
Jesus, he's got 2 ticks. 2 ticks. Phenomenal.
It's too good. Bang. He's good, but still number 2. I wasn't convinced, but the work boots and the Mazda top.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old are those? How old are your shoes?
They are at least 5 years old. I've survived 3 motorcycle crashes in them, and I do use them to rebuild my cars.
Real mechanic, they would be 3 months old.
Well, they're all broken on the back there. So
real.
Can you tell me where the 710 cap is?
Well, if you're a Chevy owner, it's probably the oil cap. If you're a normal car owner, it's just
he's earned himself a tick.
When you check the thickness of brake rotors, how many different angles should you check? Is it? It's a 2, 4, or 8? Because this is on a test. So is it 2? Basically, like let's say you have a brake rotor, right? Do you check it on 2 edges, 4 edges, or 8, like a pizza? So, A, B, or C?
8.
So 2?
8.
8.
8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
4.
4.
Okay.
This is the UK. It's none.
Yeah. You don't. So it might have been a leading question. Correct answer is 4.
Number 2 got it right. Number 3.
Real mechanics.
Oh yeah. True.
Number 2 got it right. Number 3 copied. Number 5 copied.
Number 5 is good.
Wait, number 1. You have a TTS. Is there anything you've done to that was like it was running a bit bad before, but you changed something really simple and it made it phenomenal?
The oil filter.
The oil filter. Okay. Well, we can say goodbye to number 1. Is the magnetic cam follower on every TTS game changer?
I did it on my TT as well. Yeah, thank you.
TT boys.
Thank you.
So number 3, you've worked on high-end cars. Around how much do you think the brakes on that Lamborghini Urus Performante cost? The carbon ceramic rotors. Just take a guess.
About £10,000.
£10,000 per?
For the front.
For the fronts? Okay.
It's in the
ballpark.
Yeah.
It's in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is to all of you. What job have you done where you've been a bit naughty like normal mechanics are? Maybe wiped off the old fuel filter and then put it back on? Who's done that sort of job?
I did that in my own car. I bought the car and then went, well, the oil doesn't look too bad, so I'm just going to check it and then go, yeah, cool, brilliant, back to normal.
The trouble is, I'm thinking young farmer.
Please, number 2.
Yeah.
What size is that screwdriver?
I think is that a 13? By eye, it looks to be 13.
Okay.
Okay, 13 mil spanner, what thread size would that be?
13 mil will be M8, or that's standard.
I
So
like
it'd be
that.
M8 by 125, I believe.
Like it, very impressive.
Question, who has seen Matt Armstrong's videos before?
They're all fake mechanics.
Yeah.
You're the example of not what to do.
Oh, yes.
Okay, now I'm
Shots
getting
fired.
butchered.
Is he getting a minus point?
Yeah, minus.
Do you know what? You're getting a tick from
He
me.
had a plus, now he's got a minus.
Yeah, he just-
okay,
Gabe's
minus
got
number
another
2.
tick from me.
I know
Yeah,
we
one
need to
under.
vote out.
Number 1, what's the biggest mistake you've ever made on a car repair?
Losing a wheel nut, but on an important job that actually led to me losing the job I was at the time when
Got
it was one of my
sacked.
first jobs, yeah. Just because of who it was. Not that there was anyone famous, but it was just a high value job that I probably shouldn't have been trusted on yet.
It was Richard Hammond.
I got it in the ear.
It was that one wheel nut that.
That's Matt's mate. Number 2?
I was rebuilding an old Ford Essex motor from the 70s, and the oil pumps on those are clocked, and I clocked it the wrong way, and it destroyed the sprocket that drove it. So we had to replace the whole unit again.
I don't know anything about
You
these
lost me at
engines.
70s. Lost me at 70s.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
your
sounds
era.
mechanical.
The more you say like a farmer or like a farmer's son or something like that, or like a shit, yeah.
I forgot to tighten a cam belt tensioner when I did a
what
cam
car?
belt and water pump replacement.
On a
That
GT3
was on a,
RS?
no, that was on that was on a BMW M3.
Okay.
And number 5.
When I rebuilt an engine, I forgot to torque down the big end bearing properly, so after starting the car for the first time, after 10 minutes, it blew again.
So let's start with 1 first. So I'm going to go... Sorry, Freddie, you start on your side.
Oh, do I pick 2 people?
Just 1 to start with, please.
1.
One who's not.
Yeah, 1.
You did watch last week, didn't you?
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 1.
Number 1 for... Are you okay?
Would you like something to drink?
8.8, 10.9, 10 soft strength.
10.9.
We've gone for 1.
Yeah, oh yeah, 1.
Number 1.
Sit a bit, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Cheers,
you very
number
much.
one.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
All right, we good to go?
Oh, yep. So next one, then, who else are we going to vote out?
So, I've gave this long, hard thought. I think number 2, and let me tell you why. It's because I think he has turned us a spanner before, but he's given me off-roader vibes. Like you were saying earlier, I think he's a bit of a farmer boy, maybe. I think he might have a disco, or in the past had a disco, a Land Rover.
TD5.
Yeah, something like that. He's giving me that sort of vibe, off-roady boy.
Abe's Auto, it's just not... No, it's a no. For some reason I put no.
Well, that says it all.
So there's a no.
It
There's
just
a no.
says no.
So for me, number 3, because I wrote no, it's a no. Number 2, I still...
I mean, you could be an off-roady boy and a mechanic. There's nothing saying you can't, but it's just the vibe I'm getting.
It looks like a mechanic.
Yeah, but this is...
It looks
did you
like a
not see
mechanic more than number 5.
Did you not see last week's video?
Number 5's a busker, without a doubt. Number 3 works in a Chinese restaurant.
What?
He rebuilt a GT3 RS. Actually, no.
He simply didn't. He's definitely works in a Chinese restaurant. 100%.
Is that the only 2?
Wait, why don't you
is
just
that
ask
the
him?
Dichotomy here?
Number 3, have you ever worked in a Chinese restaurant? No. There
He
you
said
go.
no, and he built
Yeah.
a GT3 RS engine.
Yeah.
But I
Capping.
have voted him
100%
out.
capping.
It's cap.
I'm going, it's not number 5.
Jesus Christ.
No.
What, you voted out number 5, Freddie's mate?
Yeah, it's not number 5.
Wow.
But he's got cargos on. And everyone knows mechanics wear cargos.
It does look really clean for a
He
mechanic.
does,
though,
yeah,
doesn't
but... Where
So
are we
you're
to?
out in number 5.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm still with number 3. Abe's out
So we've got
because
2 for
again,
number 3 now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with
Abe's
you, Jane. I'm with
Autos.
you.
Where's your vote going, Freddie?
I think number 3, and I may be wrong because there are mechanics that go, hey, they just tell me to do this, I do this. But working on a high-end car would be like, you, especially like a GT3 RS, you'd probably know a little bit more about like how it comes
About
together.
like tensile bolts.
Who would work on a GT3
And not
RS
know about
not know
high
about
tensile
type?
bolts?
Who would
Yeah.
do
It wasn't
that?
an RS. It wasn't
true,
an RS.
yeah.
You'd learn all that stuff if you got an RS.
That's true. That
You know?
is true. Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe I'm just learning.
Yeah, you know what? You have to, if you worked a little harder, you can get that RS. You know? There's some extra space for letters at the end of that GT3 that you didn't work for. So yeah, I think it has to be number 3.
I think we need to say goodbye to number 3.
Yeah.
I'll go sit with him with his GT3 RS after
Yeah.
this. Goodbye, number
We may
3.
need your services. That engine might blow.
So now for the final round. In this round, we're going to actually find out who is the real mechanic. And don't forget at home, comment below which you think it is before it's too late. Any more questions, Christopher?
Oh, you go
I've
first.
got a question.
Go on.
When was the last time you used a Haynes manual?
Oh, Christ. Last time I was working on my BMW, so yesterday.
Number 5?
Not used one.
Okay. I'm sorted.
Okay. It's lunch at work. What's your choice of food? What's your lunch break?
Scrappy, reheated pasty or maybe chips from the previous night, something like that. Something you've just brought in.
Cold pizza from last night's takeaway.
Really threw me off. It's not what I expected.
No, I'm 100%
I don't know why I asked that question.
All right, so I have a question. So when you look up something that you've never done before, where do you look it up?
Generally, I go to YouTube first of all. Because that's a good place to, even if the video's in the wrong language, it gives you an image of what to expect, because if you get in a car you've never had before, you want to at least know sort of what you're looking at, and if it's correct the first time, then you know something's correct.
Okay.
Where does number 5 look?
Ask the old bloke who hired me.
Oh, okay.
I don't run my own garage.
We might have just voted out.
We might have voted out the actual guy.
What's the story behind the Mazda hoodie?
Since about 8, I've always liked cars, and I randomly saw a Mark 1 MX-5 on a YouTube video and thought, that's really cool, I really want one. So the moment I turned 18 years ago, I decided I'd go out and buy my own, and I'm just sporting my own car.
Can MX-5
Why have I got BMW written here?
I own multiple cars. I've got an MX-5, 5 Series, I've got 2 80s Nissans, and I used to have an old 70s Reliant Scimitar.
So what is it you do for a living to be able to afford that?
I work in the garage.
They both.
I thought I caught him.
That was good. That was good.
So you both own 4 cars?
Yeah, I mean, I used to own more.
I'm so confused.
There's got to have been
Both of these are like
this is
strong,
really
strong YouTuber.
So
like,
when you're taking the top mount off of suspension, what tool is it you use before undoing the bolt for the top mount?
Spring compressors.
Safety squints.
Or zip size if we're feeling budget.
What was your answer, sorry, number 5?
Safety squints.
Yeah, he's number 5. It's number 5.
Normally what I'll do is load it on the floor and
one of my friends would have he would go behind a chain link fence and then he would just do it like it's surgery.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah, he's not a mechanic though. All right, so I think that both of these, I have an idea of who it might be, but I think it's like lesser of two evils at this point. Because I think we may have eliminated the person who it actually was.
Who do you think it was?
I think 3 is giving me more of like the like.
Yeah,
I said
maybe, but
but there's a lot of red flags there too.
Yeah.
I like the Abe Autos, but I also felt.
It's got a ring to it.
That's what.
Yeah, he is the AA. He's the AA. He's the AA. Hey. We've lost it.
2's giving me stronger vibes.
You think 2's the mechanic?
If
you had to pick,
I feel like number 5.
I think 5 because he does the safety squint.
No,
that's not a mechanic though.
You can't do that in a shop.
That's what they do.
No, you can't do that.
Have you never been into a garage? If you do that in a shop. There's so much they're not supposed to do, and all you can hear is Ugga Duggas on everything.
Oh yeah, he doesn't say what kind of shop. I mean, is this like a?
It could be a backstreet garage. It doesn't have to be a Porsche dealer.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
If one of them came out and said that I've never worked on a car in my life, and then they said all this, they deserve an Oscar because
This is what we had last time. It was so hard.
I can't.
Okay, I mean, I have an idea of who I want to pick, but I'm not confident.
I think what we need to do is a bit of a practical test. Let's go over to the car and we'll think of something to figure out which one is the real mechanic.
Okay.
So now we're going to find out. Do you know? I don't even know what's under there.
I was going to get him to do this.
There we go.
Oh, you can't see nothing anyway.
Yeah, you can. Just rip it off. Pull it real hard.
Okay, number 5 is going to show me the OBD port.
I've not got much experience with an Urus.
Yeah, okay.
Especially not a Performante.
Neither me.
It's under here, under the dash.
Yeah, he's good. I'm going to give him a pass on that because he looked in the right place.
Yeah.
It didn't throw in.
That's the purple thing, isn't it?
Where you plug in and you'll read whatever the car's. You can read everything from that car.
Yeah. All the lights on the dash.
So if you own a BMW, it's going to be lit up.
Yeah, you need it for BMW ownership. Yeah.
Okay. So if you've worked in a mechanic shop, how many of these have you replaced in random cars?
I think that looks like an ECU. You don't replace ECUs very often because they don't go. Only in cars that like to flood or have been in floods. You'll know all about that.
I loved it. Oh, got one. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. Mechanic stamps.
First person to find the turbos on this engine, I think, is the real mechanic.
So they remove the engine cover.
Well, they're going to be buried somewhere down there, seeing as it's a V8, because the
Both
turbos will be
sides.
going directly onto the manifold. I don't know much about Uruses, but I think they're twin turbo, which in that case means they should have a turbo per block of cylinders.
It'll be on the exhaust manifold.
They'll be on either side, sort of tucked down the bottom.
On the bottom of
Impossible to get to.
So those are both wrong. Because this is a hot V engine. So the hot V is, the turbos are actually on top.
In the middle,
Yeah, they're in the middle. I think I have a pretty good idea of who I want.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to the panel. So, I'm none the wiser.
I'm gonna say, can we do the thing?
I think, yeah, if we're ready to vote, because I don't.
I think number 2 is the mechanic.
Why?
Because he just gives me, it's a vibe. It's very, very slight. I think realistically we probably voted out the mechanic, but based on these two, I think number 2 is the.
I'm gonna go on the same thing from last time. There was someone there that was so obvious it had to be whatever, which is you with your boots on and your Mazda jumper. I feel like you're, what's the word for that? It's a
Stereotypical.
Yeah, you're the more stereotypical mechanic. Therefore, it's number 5. So that's what I'm going for.
Matthew?
4 BMWs.
That's a lot.
That's number 4 BMWs.
Why would you even buy one?
You've got to think of Nick. Now, Nick is a mechanic.
Mechanic,
and he has just cars everywhere. So I think the number of cars makes sense.
For that reason alone, number 5's a mechanic.
Oh.
But
going to oppose Freddie.
Can we just say, both of them had lots of BMWs?
Yeah. I know they're the same. They're the same person.
Oh, it's
the
just a
heart
mirror.
wants what the heart wants.
I'm going to go with Freddie the same. That sort of, that is to me number 2. You're definitely screaming mechanic more than our busker friend number 5.
See, I would agree, but I feel like it's a throw-off.
And we're in a different generation these days, Mark. You can look like how you want and do whatever you want for a
But
living.
every mechanic I know, when they go home,
Singing mechanic.
He might do both. He might have a side hustle.
Every mechanic I know, when he gets home, he still dresses like a mechanic. Like they've got one sort of outfit. They don't get dressed up and go out.
Fabian.
Yeah. Always looks like a mechanic. Nick always looks like a mechanic.
Yeah.
Always. And if he doesn't, he looks like he's up to no good.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
We've both got number 5.
Yeah. But the majority's out.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys.
Senna, can you tell me which one's the mechanic, please?
Number 5.
So it's 3-3.
Thank you, Senna.
Go give him a
Who
high
do you
five.
guys think's the mechanic?
Let's round that up. Who do you think is the real mechanic?
The mechanic is number 5.
The mechanic's number 5.
The mechanic is definitely number 2.
The mechanic is number 2.
I'm not confident, but I'm going to choose 2.
Thank you, number 5. Thank you for your time.
He's here all week.
Let's bring back on the contestants.
We clap.
So now it's time for the truth. Could the real mechanic please step forward?
Wow.
After we said that, I'm like, he's giving me some like
The
workshop
AA,
vibes.
it was there all along.
Ah,
The
boy.
AA.
Abe's Autos is the real deal.
Ah,
Abe's
Wow.
Autos.
But you don't take a GT3 RS there for an engine room.
sorry we doubted you, dude.
Abe.
So, is it true? Abe's Autos?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay, so what do you do, number 1?
I'm actually an electrician, and Funnily enough, Abe's worked on my car.
Have you got GT3 RS?
Did it break afterwards, or was it all right?
Wait a minute.
My mum actually did have that car. It wasn't my main car.
2, you fooled us.
I'm an engineering student.
Yeah, you can tell he was good.
You did a good job.
He's good, yeah.
Number 4.
I'm the managing director of a tree surgery company. I also make video content based around that as well.
Tree surgeon, yeah. They're
I
minted.
don't see a tree surgeon.
Yeah, he's minted.
See that. Apart from
He's
his barnet's trimmed well.
Yeah, that's what he's, that 100%.
Please say you're a busker, number 5.
I'm an HGV driver.
We all got it wrong.
We got it wrong. We all got it wrong.
Yeah, that's fine.
Number 2 did well. Well done. I'd like to say a special thank you to my guest. Freddie's travelled a long way for tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, just for today. Thank you.
What a legend. Thank you, Matt, Chris, and of course you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m.